A while back, I saw a video of an FPS on Twitter where you use a sewing machine gun to fix someone's outfit. I thought it looked pretty neat, and then a couple weeks later, the publisher of the game, No More Robots, reached out to me in an email and asked if I wanted to try the beta demo early. I said yes, and now here we are. I wasn't paid the big bucks to show this off. I received a key for a demo and a brief description of the game. So this video is entirely my observations and experience while playing it. Without further ado, let's go into Fashion Police Squad. In this game, you play as a sergeant in the Fashion Police Squad, or the FPS for short. As part of this squad, you must take on many fashion crimes in a large city, and this city's looking pretty slick. I enjoy the visuals of this game quite a bit. It's got a low poly, pixely look that reminds me of the VR game Compound a little bit. Most importantly, it's really bright and vibrant. When put next to other retro FPS games, this one stands out quite a bit. The levels are packed with skyscrapers and covered in a variety of company logos. There's Coogie, Burger Fling, and my personal favorite of the bunch was Smells Garbo Bank. Wonder what that's making reference to. I have no idea at all what that could be. The level design is pretty much what you'd expect from this kind of game. There's large open areas to fight, alleys to explore, and key cards and doors are here in the form of scissors and ribbons. Of course, each level has its handful of secrets too, one of which has the player character wearing a gamer shirt. There's also a few bits of platforming and parkour scattered throughout. Overall, I enjoyed the few levels I played in the demo. Now we move on to the meat and potatoes, weapons and enemies. I got to try 3 different weapons. There's the 2-die-4 Elite, and die is like the color. We get it, it's funny. And that's the starter weapon, which essentially acts like this game's shotgun. It also has an alternative fire that shoots a big old laser beam, and that laser beam is how you reload the weapon by pulling the pigment out of objects in the environment, which is really clever. The next one was the tailor-made, which is a little sewing machine assault rifle. I love how this one looks, and it feels pretty good too. The last one I got to try was the Belt of Justice, which is this game's melee weapon, and it stuns enemies. One of the main features promoted in this game is the weapon switching for different types of enemies. Certain fashion crimes can only be solved with the right tool. Dull suits need a bit more color, so the 2-die-4 is what you use. These neon guys are obnoxiously bright, so you'd use the beam weapon to pull the color out of them. And this loose suit, David Byrne looking guy, he can only be fixed with the tailor-made, and the Belt of Justice will fix the occasional saggy pants man. I could see people disliking that you have to use a certain weapon against a specific enemy, but I didn't really have a problem with it. In practice, it's just a little bit odd to get used to, but once you get past that, it feels fine. All of the weapons are solid, with my least favorite being the beam alternative fire on the 2-die-4. This might just be because I don't really like beam weapons in the first place. They just feel weird, but you know, your mileage may vary. One of my favorite parts of this game actually had to do with the melee weapon. You can also use this melee weapon to grapple around the map on flagpoles, and this feels fantastic. It is so fun to do. I hope the rest of the game puts more emphasis on grappling around levels, especially during combat. Aside from the bright and colorful appearance, the most unique part of this game is probably the dialogue. There's quite a bit of it throughout each level, and the good thing is it doesn't really take itself too seriously. It's packed with quite a bit of humor. While personally the writing was less my kind of humor, I can definitely see the appeal. This game has a level end screen that's a big runway with all the fashion criminals just walking it. And the dances these people do on this runway, oh man, it is some good stuff. Look at this guy. He's grooving. He is in a trance of dance. I cannot believe the moves I'm seeing. Overall, I was pretty impressed with Fashion Police Squad. Its presentation stands out among the many retro FPS games there are coming out now, and it's filled with bright colors, jokey writing, and clever weapon design. I'm looking forward to trying the rest of the game once it releases in 2022. Thank you to No More Robots for letting me try this out early. And if you want to try out the demo for yourself, it's available now on Steam, and you can just go click a button and download it. It's super easy. I'll have a link in the description. Thank you for watching my video. Rockin' Stone.